Recently, I came across mediocre tutorials and reviews video entitled Muslims Are Mad at Fresh and Fit. I wanted to know more what he was talking about, so I decided to press play.
One of the most interesting storylines in the Fresh and Fit story, or the Fresh and Fit arc, is this new development of how dudes that they ride with or that they ride for have converted to a new religion, that religion being Islam. Specifically, Andrew Tate converting to the Islamic faith a few months back, and now Sneeko converting to it, which seems about yesterday. One of the things that I'm looking to understand is how their newfound faith coincides or conflicts with different concepts spoken on their platforms from an RP perspective. Now, we've seen more so recently that the Tate brothers have condemned RP, and we see Sneeko do a complete 180 from heel turn to babyface of the company, where he now rides with these concepts of family building.
So guys, some of the biggest names in the red pill are associated with Islam, as MTR rightly pointed out. Number 1 is Andrew Tate, 2 is Sneeko, and 3 is Myron. But that is very interesting because I know that Myron is originally from Sudan. He was born a Muslim, but according to others here, he's making content mentioning Islam and things about Islam that are not correct. And that brings me to Mr. AliDawah. Now, I didn't know who this guy was until I watched MTR's video, but he seems to have a very huge platform out of the UK, and he is a practicing Muslim. And let me play his clip here, and then I'm gonna come back.
This notion, this perception, this thing that they're propagating, which that a man can commit zina, a man can have as many, sleep around, do whatever he likes, but if it's a woman, Now, there's 2 angles to this, which we need to understand. Number 1, in Islam, in the Sharia, categorically clear, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, for those who commit sex outside of marriage, if they are both unmarried, there is the punishment of 100 lashes for them having sex outside of marriage. If they are married, there is a capital punishment, clear-cut capital punishment, because we know how the breakdown of the family unit has an impact on the whole society as a whole. So therefore, the capital punishment is the same for a man and a woman. It doesn't say just for a man, but not for, or just for a woman, but not for a man. No. In the hereafter, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he saw something. It was a dream. Something it wasn't a dream. That he saw a group of people in an oven. Yes. And they were burning. And who were these? These were men and women, not women who committed adultery, yes, sex outside of marriage, both men and women. Islam does not differentiate when it comes to the act of haram, zina, if it's done by a man or a woman. Now, if we're seeing the consequences socially is different, of course. It is different, sadly. It shouldn't be like that. Sadly, it's different. Because if a woman, for example, has intimacy with more than one man, that will have an impact on the man that chooses to marry her. That's the reality. That is a sad reality that we live in now. That how men are created. When they make this decision, they don't give a damn about her career. She's a millionaire. They don't give a damn. I even done a social experiment about this. A man doesn't give a damn. You've slept with around the block of 10, 20 men. No man wants to marry you. Simple as that. But for a man, sadly, the other way is true. However, this does not give a Muslim man or anyone for that matter to say, yeah, I can go and commit zina because there's no social implications, etc. No, this is false. So, I want to make it categorically clear to Myron. I don't know if Sneeko said anything like that. Yeah, okay. And they're putting these buzzers there like Allahu Akbar, etc. It's not a joke. It's not funny, guys. Okay, there's a lot of truth you guys speak. I understand. However, this propagation that you're propagating of, yeah, in Islam it's okay. No, it is not. It is not. However, can a man have 4 wives? Yes, he can. And he's not criminalized for that. He's not guilty for that. That is in his biology. So he is created like that, 100%. A man can have more than 1 wife, 2, 3, 4 wives. And why? This is sent down to protect the woman. This is sent down so a man who has this inclination, this propensity to do these things of having more than 1 woman in his life, he does it the right way. He doesn't have mistresses, side chicks, and girlfriends. He can use and abuse like their toilet. You know a toilet when you feel like you need to go use the toilet and relieve yourself, and you find the toilet and you just, whoa, go in. I mean, number 1, number 2, woof, yeah? Stink up the whole place, yeah? So The same with a man. He has these propensities and his inclinations. So he's using this woman by, penetrating her, ejaculating inside her like she's a toilet. Islam says no.
So here's the issue with this. The young man is saying that Fresh and Fit is telling guys to sleep around. But if you're a Muslim, then the issue is that, you're going to have consequences. He talked about what happens if you're unmarried. It's 100 lashes, and I believe capital punishment if you are married, right? But now somebody in the chat who understands that Myron is a Muslim comes into the chat and leaves a super chat, and this is how Myron responds to it.
Myron, how are you okay with telling young men to go to sleep around before marriage? You've said men should sleep with at least 50 girls before marriage. Quran 24:2 condemns promiscuity. Sneeko go do Muay Thai in Thailand. Look, bro. See, this is what I mean when I say people lack critical thinking skills.
We're only supposed to do the fun parts of the religion, okay? Not the shitty parts, guys.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's that, number one, I'm not saying that I'm the mu'min, the best Muslim ever. I've said this plenty of times that I'm not the best Muslim, and I need to practice better and become a better Muslim if I want to. I've said that before, okay? That's number one. And then number two, I'm telling guys, in the West, if you want to go ahead and get a relationship with a girl, these women are promiscuous and these girls are out here doing things. I don't want guys getting finessed, going into a relationship with a girl that has more bodies than you, has more sexual experience than you, and you're a virgin, and you think, oh my God, she likes me, because you're too stupid to realize and don't have the abundance mindset to understand how women move. So again, this is what I'm trying to say when I say like these traditional conservative beliefs, they're fantastic on paper, but they don't work today, bro. They don't. Okay. And with all the things that guys are risking with the marriage courts, the divorce courts, etc., you're going to take an L. So you need to know what the you're getting into, man. So again, if you want to go ahead and have a more traditional relationship like what you're advocating here, bro, go to Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? Go to a Middle Eastern country where they observe those beliefs and take them more seriously than here.
So here's what Myron is saying here, which is very interesting. The guy is saying, look, I know I need to be a better Muslim. I need to practice more. I need to do X, Y, and Z. But at the end of that rant, what is he saying? He's saying, look, that stuff doesn't work here, right? If you want that kind of girl, move to Saudi Arabia or move to Islamic country. I think Mr. AliDawah would disagree. AliDawah lives in the UK. And while he does believe that certain elements of what Myron is teaching is true, he feels that Islam is a great religion, even living in the UK. We have a lot of devout Muslims in the United States. So if it's good enough for the Middle East or Africa, for many Muslims, they would find fault in what you're saying. But the biggest issue is, Myron, if it doesn't work in the United States, why then do you feel that you need to do better at the religion? Because you said, look, I need to improve on the religion. I need to do X, Y, and Z, but it doesn't work in this world. So what is the point? Since it's outdated, parts of it is outdated, what's the point in practicing and becoming better when it doesn't work? I'll tell you why it doesn't work. It doesn't work, bro, because you need the money to continue lying to people, right? You need to sleep with 50 girls. You need to do X, Y, and Z. This is it. You don't really believe in Islam, because if you did, you wouldn't be lying. The reality is you don't believe in it at all, because if you believed in it, you would be sounding like this guy who is, AliDawah, and that's it. Now, I mean, because I just don't understand these guys. Okay, I need to practice the religion. He could have left it at that. But if you guys want to deal with girls here, that stuff doesn't work here. Why are you practicing it? See, the thing about it, these guys will do anything to make money. What Sneeko is saying, listen, and I've always said this, if you're going to deal with a woman, she's a feminist, she's, you don't like her, don't have sex with her, right? If you're going to engage with a woman that you feel that you can have a family with. This is what the brother was saying in Islam. You just can't just treat women like whores in Islam. You have to treat them like your wife. You can have up to 4 wives, but it's an impact on the community if you sleep around with these women. And this is exactly what Myron says. These women out here, they're single moms, they're 304s, they're sleeping with all these different guys. But okay, then as a guy, you go and create the chaos by keep sleeping with all of these different women to get more experience to be with a woman one day. So go out here and sleep with all the women you're complaining about and every other danger that comes across. It doesn't make much sense to me. So you're going to complain about those women who are, as you would call them, whores, 304s, prostitutes, all of that. So man, waste your time with these women who are not worth dealing with all of these situations that can happen to you. You can get, I don't know what kind of diseases. You can get, I don't know what kind of stalkers. You can get all kind of problems because they're not worth dealing with anyway. But you need to get experience dealing with women who are not experienced, so that you come across women, you can be experienced. This is what you're saying. But you will condemn those women out there who are behaving like that and say that these women are at fault and they don't want to be submissive, but you should go ahead and have sex with them and keep the problem going on that you guys are trying to solve in the red pill, which doesn't make much sense. But again, what these guys say never make much sense. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Would you follow the subscribe to the bell? We're out.